Right, here we are today. I've got a customer that's been coming to me for years and years and years. He's bought his little Hyundai gets in and he's asked me to change the cam belt. Now we're going to do that, no problem at all. But let's get that out of the way. Found a few problems along the way. This car's also got a mysterious misfire that I've tried to have a look at. Didn't get to the bottom of it, and so did the owner, and he didn't get to the bottom of it either. But I think we've found what the problem is. This here is a crankshaft sprocket. What this one's not meant to do, just focus in on that a bit better. What this one's not meant to do is that. See how much that moves, look. When I took it apart, the signs of this was there was loads of rust everywhere. It was just full of rust and like gunk. I've cleaned it all off, and what's actually happened, if I pull it right to the end there, it gets tighter just about there. It's a little bit tighter there. But anywhere else, got loads of play. What we've actually done, I don't know if you can pick it up on the camera, but the top of there, it's almost round there. I can actually feel it right there. You can just see the wear there. It's like that on both sides. There we go, get a good angle of it there. You can see how worn it is. It should be straight. It should be two straight edges. And as like with this pulley here, should be two straight edges. And what we've got, you can see at the top here, see that line running through there, that's a wear line. And the same the other side, it's even worse on that side. Why is it worse on that side? Let's have a look. Yeah, so that side is this side, the engine's rotating clockwise, so it's actually trying to spin. You can see how much that spins on there, it's terrible. So what I've done is I've ordered a new one of these. It'll be this afternoon, and we'll see how much play gets rid of that. This all was caused by whoever done the cam belt originally, bless him, failed to do the crankshaft pulley bolt up tight. So this was left loose to chatter, because it will have a little bit of play, tiny and minimal amount, and it was left to chatter away, and that play slowly got bigger and bigger and bigger to the point where we've got all that play. And obviously all that play then puts the timing out. And if you get the timing out, you get misfire. So I think we're going to kill two birds with one stone with this fix. Okay, so we've got a new pulley for this car, and our wear is around about here. If I get it on a side profile for you, our wear is right along this edge here, and then it goes nice and flat again there. Nice flat edge. But around about there, you can actually see it starts to go round. So what I'm going to do is put some weld along here, then grind it down so our pulley fits on. What I've done, I've got a new pulley, as you can see by that little dot there. Right at the end of this crankshaft isn't worn, so I put the new pulley at the end, put a centre dot there, lined it up so it's all straight, so that when I've got it back on the worn part, I can then turn it, line the two dots up, and then I'll know that I'm bang on top dead centre. So let's start welding. Okay, so I've run a weld. Let's get a better picture of that. I've run a weld along there, and as you can see from the profile now, it's actually prouder than what we need to see. So we've got some material now we can grind off. So I'll grind that off and see how we get on. Okay, so it's going better than I thought actually. I've just sprayed it with some black engineer's paint. I've welded it up, I've ground it down. It's actually going on really tight. It's a little bit too tight in some places. So I've just painted it so that when I put it back on in a minute, it will mark the paint and I'll be able to see what little niggles I've got to take off and what I can leave on. Okay, so what we've got here now, let's focus that in a bit. There we go. This is the old lower pulley, and as you can see, even on the non-worn part, the very end of the shaft, it has still got quite a bit of play. But I can actually get it to go all the way on now. So that's with our worn pulley. It actually slides on and off, and there is minimal play there. And but bear in mind, that's our old pulley. If we pull it back to the unworn part, we've still got that play there. So that's the play in our pulley. If we get our new pulley, this is how close we're getting to getting this bang on right. Goes on there. See, there's very, very minimal play there. And that's it, that's as far as I can push it on. So I've got another spray up, another grind down, and I think this is going to be as good as new. So what I've done now is I've actually put a line of weld down this side. I've ground it down. Look at that, can we? Let's get the torch on there. Can't really see it really because I've ground it down, but because it wore, bloody light. There we go. Because it wore this top edge away here, it also wore this bottom edge away there. Naturally, because obviously it's spinning clockwise, so it's naturally going to wear that top and that corner away. I've got it to the stage now where there is no side play. I can't get it all the way on yet. I'm getting there. And by the way, this is the old pulley. So we've pretty much got all the play out of it. I can't turn this side to side at all. I have got some more material to take off, but nothing moving now. Just so all we've got to do now is finish it off. Bear in mind this is the old pulley, we've still got a nice tight new one to go on yet. So we'll keep working away, we're getting there. Okay, we've got this at a stage now where it's hard to push on. There is no play in it at all. Minute bit of play, but to be fair, this is the old pulley. If I can get it off. Okay, that's how tight it is to get on now. That's good, and that's the old one. That's it, it comes on and off, it's really stiff. So we'll do a few fine tunes for the new one to go on. And we can change this, change the belt, and this will actually be as good as new. Okay, so this is our new pulley. And there is absolutely no play, no wobble, nothing. I can't get it to move one bit. Our little dots that we made for reference point, it's quite hard to see with the camera, but are perfectly in line, so we know that's perfectly at top dead centre. So there's not going to be any timing issues. That's it, and that's done with metal, so it's as good as new. Good job. Okay, so our new belt's on, our new tensioner's on, it's all nice and tight. So it's our auto tensioner. Tension's on that spring, just let the bolt go and it slides backwards and forwards, takes the tension out. Nice tight brand new belt, and as you can see with all the tension on it, our marks are still lined up perfectly now. So it's time we can now fit the crankshaft sensor. We can then fit the sprocket that's got to go on there for the pickup for the sensor, cover, bottom pulley, and then we'll come back. Okay, so we're all back together now. We Loctited our big bolt into there and done it up with an air gun. You can see where there's been lots of movement around because you see all this dust here, this red dust here that you can just wipe off. That's from where that centre there has been turning and turning and turning, just created a load of dust there, and that's why it's rusted like that. So our alternator belt's back on, our power steering belt's back on, it's all nice and tight. Our water pump pulley's back on and the belts are tight. So we stick our covers on and give her a run up. This job is done.